looking for something better. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Is this what you want now?
They're gonna give you their input and move on about their life like they do. And we all know the saying, misery loves company. And most of those people who posted their little comments and hurtful things that they had to say ain't in no relationship. They around here sleeping with person. They're unhappy. They think their money is gonna make them whatever they are, or they're just, we know. You know the truth. So don't let outside opinions influence your relationship with your partner. So the next thing that I wanted to mention, after watching that video is, is there really a right and wrong in this situation? Jada and Will verbally both admitted that they felt they were on an off stage. And you know what's so funny? I hear people say, sorry if I'm out of frame, but I needed this. I've heard people say there's no such thing as an off stage. No. If a husband and a wife decide that they want to separate, that's their business. If a husband and a wife decided that they wanted to have some me time and they know what their me time means to them, that's their business. Who are you to tell them that, oh, once you married, you always married? I think they know that. I think they know that because if they didn't, they would be divorced. So, it's almost like needing that vacation from work. Everybody needs one every once in a while. The problem is people lack the maturity in their relationship to communicate that. So with Jada and Will being able to come on there and say, I was in a place when we were separated and I was hurt and I was missing something, and that's what filled that void for me, and them to accept it, my gosh, that's the ultimate relationship. People are looking at this so wrong because, I've talk to girls who say, oh, if he cheat on me, I can't be with him no more. Okay, so what happens when the next man might cheat on you? And the next man might cheat on you. 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 And the next man. How many people are you going to go through? Is that any different than being with multiple people? No, I feel like, yes, I feel like it's almost to the point where we want these unrealistic expectations of people. Oh, once we're in a relationship, you can't talk to her. Once we're in a relationship, you can't go nowhere without me. Once we're in a relationship, oh, you got to let everybody know who I am on your social media. Once we're in a relationship, oh, if you don't post me, you're not telling the world that you love me. Come on. Get out of this possessive state. Listen, I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret because on my channel, I'm very transparent. I've been stalked, right? By somebody who continuously sends me these very hurtful messages. And that brings me into the next topic that I wanted to talk about is what happens to the person who becomes entangled in a marriage once the two married people no longer want to be tangled up. So, you've got to think about that, married folks. You've got to think about people's feelings, married folks. It's so sad because I even know a lot of married people prefer married people. And this is important because, as we're talking about, no one wants to have these conversations. These are the conversations that need to be had at this point. These are the discussions that everybody needs to be talking about that are hidden. And no one wants to bring them to the forefront. So now we've gone from the married men or married women looking for single women and men to married men and married women only looking for married people because guess what? Two married people got more to lose. So I say that to say, what is it that a person's missing in their marriage that they can't communicate with their partner to fulfill whatever that is? Now that doesn't come easy. That type of conversation does not come easy. So I'm not saying that it's perfect, but it does give us an idea that, it's possible to really have a friendship that allows you to set boundaries and non-negotiables that, you know, are acceptable to both people. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is, you know, do married people really need breaks? You know, do married people need breaks? You know, you get married and you're with this person and you feel like nobody else is allowed to be there anymore. You know, it's you and that person forever till death do you part. Is that really realistic? You know, can you live the rest of your life without ever walking past a man and being like, God dang, you know, he fine. Then you miss to see him again, and you see him again, and now your mind is thinking, oh my gosh. So now you're having them emotional thoughts, which a lot of people say emotional thoughts are cheating too. They're just as you know, questionable as having an actual physical cheating moment. So is it realistic, or do married people need breaks? You know, I'm debating on whether or not I'm gonna leave the comments on this video, because I don't really know if I want to hear everybody else's feedback. This is just my opinion. You know, you have your own opinion. You do what works best for you. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. If I do put the comments and I leave them on, I want y'all to put a comment. Do you feel that married people need breaks? So, you know, I do want to, you know, quickly say, and I'm about to end this video, is, you know, there is no real right or wrong answer to this situation. And furthermore, there's no right or wrong opinion from any of us. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I'm not Jada, and I can't, you know, speak for her. And you can't allow someone else to speak for your relationship either. You know, understand that we've been programmed to believe in such systematic and control mechanisms of life. Not saying that I think, you know, marriage is not holy. I do believe marriage is holy. I do believe the union of deciding that you want to spend the rest of your life with a person is holy. What I do question is the premise of it. I question now that I'm 44, I question the ability. You know how people always say, give people smart goals, you know, smart, achievable, realistic goals, you know, and you sit and you say to yourself, some of the goals that we have once we become married, I don't know really a lot of people that reached them. And if you look at our people who've been married, that have been married for 50, 60, 70, 80 years, which I've had conversations with older people like that, they'll tell you quick, girl, I knew he was doing this, and it wasn't it didn't bother me, you know. And it's like, it's funny because you'll have some people who get like, oh no, I don't want no 80-year marriage, knowing it was built off of deceit. Well, I tell you one thing, Queen. If you had a relationship like Jada and Will, they gonna make it to their 80. They gonna make it to their last breath, because they found the recipe. They found their friendship, which makes their love unbreakable. And that type of bond is, I think it's beautiful. I accept it. Jada and Will, I applaud you all once again. So I want to leave you all with a couple of tips, Queens, because, you know, this type of conversation can have people feeling different types of ways depending on where you are in your relationship journey right now, whether you're single, whether you're looking for a partner, whether you've been hurt, whether you've been cheated on, whatever the case be. Your response to that video or mine is going to be different depending on where you are right now in life. But I want you to take this away. People are not possessions. Let's stop treating people like possessions. Let's stop, you know, already having a possessive mindset on the first date, Queens. No, you don't even know if he worthy yet, Queen. You don't know that yet. So let's stop doing that. And next thing I want you all to understand is love grows through every walk of life in a relationship. Love has to grow. Love didn't just come and Cupid us and, get shot in the butt with an arrow. Cupid didn't just come and get nobody no love. Love grows. Love is fostered. Love is an emotion that continues to build upon, those emotions and feelings that you have for another person. So understand that no relationship is going to be perfect. None. Next thing is, queens, married people should understand the feelings of people they entertain are entangled when they're in their off season in the relationship. Keep in mind, queens and kings, if you are married or you're in a committed relationship and you invite someone else into your relationship without your partner knowing, there are a lot of things that can happen in those situations. So be careful when you do that. You can't control the other person. The only person you can control in the situation is you. So I also wanted to say that, queens, I know a lot of us yearn for that type of conversation. So take this opportunity while it's floating around to, kind of, hey, how you feel about that Jada and Will video? Kind of, hear it out. How you feel about that? What would be your response? Kind of get a little, put your foot in the water kind of test. See if that allows you to open a conversation. Sometimes breakthroughs just like that on social media or on TV allow a breakthrough in your own relationship. So capitalize on it while you can. Maturity. Having a mature conscience in your relationship is going to be key, queens. In order to build, in order to forgive, in order to let go. And that's one thing I struggle with. That letting go part, I can forgive you in a minute. But boy, that letting go, woo, yeah. Letting go has been very difficult. And it's funny because my husband just told me this morning before I decided to record this video. He said, you know what one of your defense mechanisms is? And I was like, what? He said, you're very controlling. And I was like, I ain't controlling. He was like, no, you're very controlling. He said, I realize you try to control everything because you want to try to limit whatever kind of hurt you think may come your way. And when he said that to me, I was like, no, this Negro did not go there. No, he did not go there. But it hit me because he's paying attention. He's paying attention to one of my weaknesses, and that is a weakness of mine. I feel like if I can control the narrative, that I can limit my pain. And life just doesn't work that way. So listen to your partner when they speak to you as well. Sometimes they reveal what needs to be revealed when you refuse to see it. So take time to get to know yourself. Study your partner's love language. Be able to communicate with a level head. Please don't communicate when you're emotional. Know when to say, let's take this to the next day. Learn to express your needs, but be less likely to persuade. I'm going to say that one more time. Learn to express your needs, but don't try to persuade. We can try all day, every day to get a man to understand and persuade them to see the things the way we want them to see them. 9 times out of 10, they're either going to listen and maybe do something about it, or they're going to listen, forget about it, or they're going to pretend to listen and not even care. We can't force people to change. We can't force people to respond to our needs. We can only let them know what our needs are, and if it's within their boundaries to be able to give that to us, that's where you understand, boundaries and people's non-negotiables. Just because I needed to spend time with my husband every single day doesn't mean he was able to or wanted to. But I had to learn. It doesn't mean he doesn't love me. That just means that's his decision. And we should be able to respect each other's decisions in this journey, because a partnership is just that. It's a